Hey, it's Kiara. If you know me, you know I'm always cooking up something. Whether it's new music, a new idea, and if it's in the kitchen, that means my family and friends may pop up. So consider yourself invited to my kitchen. See what your girl is cooking next.
Order with the chicken to boil the chicken, and then added a box of the chicken broth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is this eye on?
We don't want to do that yet. We don't want to do that yet. No, we don't want to do that. Cut.
I have a very special guest. Y'all actually have been asking for her over and over again. And so I'm really excited about having my queen back. You probably already got an idea of who is going to be with me today. My queen is here to, she's your queen to be. Yes! I'm at my parents' house, the Bishop's in the Dr. Karen Clark Shear's house. And I have taken over their kitchen, and I've asked mommy to show me her good immunity chicken noodle soup. I love soup. Every time we go out to eat, me and dad, we always order soup. We the first to order soup. So mommy did this soup while we were in COVID, because y'all know we was doing a lot of cooking. We couldn't go nowhere. So I was like, let's revisit that. So my mommy is here. Mommy, are you here? Hi, mommy. She's your queen to be. Your queen to
Just can you bring that volume down?
Where do I get my loudness from?
Not me.
Okay, which of the sisters I get it from?
Probably that Dorinda.
I see it's silly.
She is so crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that how y'all's house was?
Yeah, it was a lot. Mother told us that's too much. Save your voice. She used to always say that. Save your voice for when you're going to sing in front of the people.
In front of the people. You
Yes.
told me the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to see you again. Well, I see my mama every day. Do you get tired of me talking to you every day?
No, absolutely not.
I call you every day, mommy.
That's you're supposed to.
You never make me feel like I'm getting on your nerves either.
Listen, when you left the house, we had issues.
Oh,
Your
y'all
father
was
and
missing
I?
us?
Oh yeah.
Did
Your
you
father
cry?
and I- Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, mommy.
Yeah, you were missed because relationship is very important.
Absolutely.
And you can easily grow apart when you are moving out, when you're here, there, and everywhere. You already travel a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like you're moved away from us. You're married now, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And we want you to have your life too, but it's just very important that you keep that foundation in a relationship.
Yes.
Mother, daughter, son, father.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Yes, ma'am. And speaking of growing apart, seasons change, and I'm learning that relationships. I was talking and having a conversation with some friends while I was in DC, and we were talking about how friendships change when you make like huge decisions. You know, you just kind of pivot. And so, speaking of seasons changing, we're gonna cook some chicken noodle soup.
Okay.
But I do want to get your perspective. How have you managed that with seasons changing? I mean, you just talked about your children, and then now you and Daddy are huge leaders in the church and the kingdom. How have you managed that?
Wow, it's been a great experience.
Okay.
The ups and downs. You know how your dad always talk about when you put a tea bag in hot water.
Yes.
And that's when the flavors come out.
Yeah.
We've been in some hot water.
Yeah.
You know, during this journey, and I believe that because God trusted us.
Yeah.
And we said yes.
Yeah.
Because you know, who wouldn't say yes to a God who has
Proven
saw you
themselves.
through, absolutely,
Yeah.
saw you through the
Yes,
valley, the ups and the downs,
Yes.
you know. So that was, we had a good season. We had seasons where, you know, like now it's fall seasons. We
Yes.
had dark seasons.
Yeah.
But now look at us now. He was
Yes.
prepping us like we're about to prep.
Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
he was prepping us for the finished product.
Yes.
You
yes,
know,
yes.
so yes, to be nurturing. Oh yes, it's God is using me right now.
Yes.
For the finished product to bring nutrition.
Nutrition, yes.
To bring nutrition to help others.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing with the ministry. Same
Yeah.
thing.
So y'all are acting as kingdom nutritionists.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's why you gotta tune in when I say I'm doing something new. But that's super exciting. That's a big bird back there. What is that?
That's a turkey.
Y'all got turkeys out here?
Yes, that's a turkey.
Why they got a whole clan? Look at the turkeys.
Exactly, a whole
Can
family.
You show them the turkeys.
It's a whole family.
Why they so? Those turkeys?
Yeah.
Those not turkeys.
Those are turkeys. Those are turkeys.
Why it sound like they can hear us?
Yes, those are turkeys.
Are those turkeys? Y'all can hear us. Hello?
Really, Kiera?
Hello?
Oh, yeah.
They look like they having church.
Right.
Can you see them, Salat? They can hear me. Okay, are you sure those turkeys?
Yes, I'm telling you, they're turkeys.
Well, happy Thanksgiving.
Right.
Happy Thanksgiving! I ain't never seen
We
those
certainly won't be eating those turkeys. They won't be on my table.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. So we here prepping. We're doing the chicken noodle soup. And I loved your analogy that you just said. You know, sometimes God is prepping you. And sometimes when those seasons are changing, it can be very frustrating and discouraging. Yes. It can also be very exhausting when you're not connected with the Lord or in sync with Him. Yes. And I'm just being honest and transparent. This last couple of weeks, I literally have been tired. Like my knees have been hurting or my back has been hurting. So literally like how the scripture talks about envy or jealousy will rot at the bones, or it talks too about something where it acts as a cancer, but it talks about these intangible emotions that can affect your well-being. And when seasons change, you saying, you know, look at it different. Don't see it negatively, but see it as your prepping season. Absolutely. And I think if we, like you said, I like how you said, God has already proven Himself. So let's let Him prove Himself again and trust Him in the prepping season.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trust Him to make provision for you like He did before.
Yeah, I'm excited. Okay. So speaking of wellness, we also think that and believe that worship is not just a slow song, it's how you fuel your body.
Absolutely.
And we was feeling better after that chicken noodle soup that you made during COVID.
Yes.
So can you tell us the ingredients real quick, like if you had to list them, what would they be? I see we got kale, carrots.
Yes.
What else, Mom?
Green onions, purple onions.
Yep. Or you want it.
Red onions, rather. And then the garlic.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And celery. Someone already put the celery in there. So she'll know next time.
Hallelujah.
And then it's good. You have to notice the color. It's very important that your food is color. Yes. You'll notice it at the finality.
Yes.
So yeah.
You mean to cut this?
Yes, that's the green onions. So you want to cut up your green onions. Everything must be chopped. You know, they done spoiled us now in the grocery store. They got everything chopped.
Yes.
So
let me get another.
Which is a good thing, but sometimes the way they chop it it's not always in bite size. So it was a good thing that Kiera found a nice bite-sized carrot.
Yes.
So after we do the chopping, we chop to make sure, and most of these ingredients are organic. Mm-hmm. That's a part of allowing us to say that this is an immunity soup, because most of it is organic. In the season of when we were you were talking about COVID, and we were trying to do different recipes. Yeah. This was one of the recipes that when everybody was calling each other, it was saying, y'all need to do what you can to build your immunity system, do this. Yeah. And then somebody said, you need to try that soup. And then the doctor even actually confirmed that it's good. Build that. This is the season you need to build for colds, fleep.
Peace.
It's gonna come out.
Yes.
Yeah, I have Invisalign, so I have an excuse.
We both do. We getting these teeth right.
Right. So yeah, but this is the season of colds, flus, and pneumonia.
Yeah.
All of this is very helpful.
Oh, right.
To your system.
Yeah. Because the seasons are changing.
Absolutely.
And we just had the weather was like 70 degrees.
See.
And the weather changes like literally. Now it's cold. It was 70 the other day for 2 days.
Right.
And then it was snowing the morning before.
Sure was, yes. No.
And then we came. Now it's I didn't have a coat on today, but it was cold today.
Yes. And you know what else, Kiara? First of all, I know people are not wearing their masks.
Yeah.
In the airport, we travel a lot.
Yes.
When we get on that airplane, all I hear is "Hechu."
Right.
And sneezing and snipping and listen, I keeps on my mask because this is the season. I see it more now than we ever do. It less than the summer, but now, so it's very important.
Yeah, people do usually hack a lot,
and that's when it comes out.
Right.
So that's why I keep on my mask. But you're protected.
Yes.
When you have a nutritional soup like this, or when you take your vitamins. And speaking of vitamins, we have a part of a rapid immune boost.
Dr. No, did we just find these in Whole Foods? This is when we was on our real health kick.
Yeah,
and
but she did mention it.
She did?
Yes,
Dr. DJ?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Dr. DJ did mention this is very good. The taste is not the best, but it's good. All you need is a drop in your soup, and you won't even taste it. So that's it.
And she said the liquid, anything in the liquid form is usually more potent.
Okay.
So I do remember. And then, so I took it to the next notch. You showed me to put it in the soup because it'll kind of camouflage the taste. Right. But now when I'm boiling the soup, I'll put a whole pour. I probably shouldn't do that.
Okay.
But praise God. But
you know what? But thanks to you, Kiara, you kind of really, you was actually looking out for your parents. That's why relationships are important.
Yes.
Because sometimes as we get older, you all read up on things a lot.
Right.
And when you call us and say, Mom, make sure you do this, Dad, make sure you do this, you're getting older, and I was complaining about my knees. Yeah. You told me about that turmeric.
Yes, ma'am.
And ever since I've been taking that turmeric, I'm testifying now.
Hallelujah.
Thank God for you. Because you said, Mom, take that turmeric.
Yes. And it helped.
It helped my limbs.
Perfect.
Yeah. So thanks to you. So all of this, I'm really learning as we get older, because I don't want you to worry either. I don't want our children to worry. So we're trying to do what we can at home on our own.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. So
I want my family well.
Appreciate that.
I want my family
and make sure those of you that are in college, call home.
Yeah.
You be blessed when you are honoring your parents. That's a part of honoring your parents, by picking up the phone saying, how you doing? You good? You're not bothering them. No, you're looking after them. That's showing love and giving back to your parents. As much as I didn't change her diapers, so I'm not saying that I deserve it, but it's just a part of honoring, and she's giving back to me. You be blessed doing that. I promise you. What the Bible says, honor your parents,
and your days will be long.
Days will be long.
Or the reverse way.
Yeah. So I just wanted to put that nugget in there.
Yeah.
It's very, very
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. And I'm encouraged too. I feel like y'all do deserve that though. If you brought us, if I'm 35 now and you poured into me until I got out of your home and still were pouring and making sure I was good in my 20s, like you literally were a loan officer, a doctor, or what, like parents, and of course some people don't do it the same way, but I just think I have to be careful what I say on social media because people just flip things around. But I feel like my parents are deserving of it, and I think a lot of us know who our parents are, what they have been, the sacrifices they've made. Maybe they could have done something different, but I literally have actually been praying, saying I want to do it exactly how my parents have done it. Absolutely. So I'm thankful.
And it's okay. This is your prerogative, and people need to understand. You respect you have to respect others
Yeah.
for the way they have been raised.
Right,
It's
right.
okay. If this is the way you've been raised, it worked for you.
Right.
Look how
right.
successful you are.
Right,
It
right,
worked
right.
for you. Your
Yeah.
do's and your don'ts that we taught you.
Yeah.
You know, we instilled in you. It worked for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So forget the other crazy stuff.
Right.
Look at your success. That's
Yeah.
what matters.
Yeah. And it's a kingdom principle, too, that pays off.
Absolutely. Because you're honoring your parents.
Absolutely. And you know what? And then we're going to get into cooking. But another thing that helped me process Nana and Papu's departure, I like to call it an upgrade, is that you kept telling me, you did what you were supposed to do while they were here.
Oh my goodness,
you made them feel valued. You made sure you went over there to check on them. And you called, and you didn't worry about if the pictures or the calls annoyed them. You made sure that you were present. And so that helped me process, because I did give all that I could. So I really encourage those that are here to not forget. I'm getting emotional, but don't forget your parents. Don't forget your grandparents.
Right.
Don't forget your siblings. Like lately, I've been praying a lot for my brother, and I feel like I haven't seen him enough. We talk all the time. We've been talking every day this week, but I haven't seen him. I need to lay eyes on him.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And you've been an encourager of that, of family meetings.
yeah.
She don't like elephants in the room. No, we're going to have this conversation.
No, let's
Now,
talk
you said,
about
what?
it.
No, that's my mom.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
But people need to know, and then we can move on, that by you looking, you were talking about your grandparents and caring for them, by you looking out that very day that Mom Sheard
Yeah, Mom.
got sick.
I went to see her.
You went to see, and you were adamant about going over there to check. And it wasn't just that day that you go see about him, but just so happened that particular day, that's when
That's so true.
Mom Sheard got sick.
Yeah.
And you said, no, we're going. And the greatest thing you could have ever done was said to her, Nana, you got to get up and go, and let's go see about yourself.
Yeah.
You're not yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know that should have made you feel better?
Yeah.
Because in
makes
that
me emotional.
moment, you literally made a call, which means you gave your love at the very end and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
You didn't know that it was going to be of that magnitude,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And that right there,
Yeah.
God used you.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be in tune. You got to be in tune. In tune to God. Because sometimes He leads you to go and cover your grandparents or cover your mother and father. You were in tune. You could have been about your day. Oh, I don't have time to do it today.
Right.
But that particular day,
Yeah.
you took out your time to go over there.
I miss her so much.
I know. But think about what you did
Yeah.
to cover her.
Yeah.
You know?
The other thing that you mentioned was the generations, and a lot of people think that there's just such a disconnect with, the generations. And speaking of that, being open to the new generation, like how to figure out the language. And you and Dad, you do that so well. And speaking to then, when I was there, I told Uncle Ethan was there because he was there, just taking care of him. That's what he's always done. He's been amazing at that.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like, Uncle, I think we need to call somebody. And he said, let's do whatever you think we need to do. Had he been like, girl, you young, you don't know nothing, I got this, it would not have gone, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
The way we would have wanted it to go.
Yes.
If you know what I mean.
Accepting the new generation and the ways that you do things
Yeah.
is not all bad. And us as older people, as the older generation, need to give them a chance. You know what you put in your children.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Uncle Ethan trusted you.
Yeah.
Because he was making the calls then, because he was over there with them.
Right.
But when you came over there and made that definitive, no, let's get her to the doctor. Let's get her to the hospital.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And it was like you said, and I feel like too, there's such an attack on the family.
Oh, Kiara, yes.
But it was a familial effort.
Yeah.
Like when I was like, Uncle, let's call. He was like, all right, let's call. He was still making sandwiches.
Wow.
And he was like, they in the room. He was checking. I think he was giving Papu something to eat at the time. And then he noticed too that he just kind of wasn't himself. So I'm just saying, and then Auntie Gwenda was doing something as well. Then we got them dressed, and I trailed them. It literally was like they had escorts to go to the hospital. Wow. But the last thing Nana said to me, and I haven't mentioned it much, but the last thing she said to me was she had a dream, and Auntie Gwenda, she reminded me too, but she said she had a dream of me in a beautiful dress, and it was a wedding dress.
Oh.
Right. So it was that moment too where the Lord allowed me to see, because you know how sometimes we'll have those milestones in our lives.
Yeah.
And we'll think, you know, God, I wanted my Nana to see it, granddad to see it. And the Lord always reminds me, like, I had already shown it to her before she wanted to.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
God is so amazing.
Yeah.
She still was able to see, get a glimpse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So many lessons. We'll keep talking.
Right, we can keep going on that one.
Okay, so here are our ingredients. We got onions, carrots, celery, green onions.
Yeah.
What else, Ma?
You said the carrots.
Chicken.
Yes, chicken.
And then what are the seasonings we used?
The seasoning, accent, Lowry seasoning, sea salt, pepper, and parsley. We're missing one. Celery seed.
Yes.
Yes, celery seed.
And our immune booster drops.
Just a drop, a half a drop.
Yeah, I almost poured the whole.
Yes. And the organic chicken. That's very important. Make sure you get organic so they can take all of those impurities out. And then garlic powder. Garlic is good for high blood pressure. My mother she had suffered with high blood pressure, and she used this a lot. So that's very good. And then we have our noodles, okay?
Fusilli.
Yeah, that's the real pretty. And I
Y'all
use
know how
this
to
because
pronounce
it'll make your soup pretty.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that after finish mine, that everything is pretty.
Yes, ma'am.
This particular piece right here
Is a flour.
is a little bit of flour to thicken it. You don't want to put much in there. We'll do that later, though.
Okay.
Okay?
So let's dump it all.
Okay.
We're going to do the dump. Now, Ma, you usually say put in your most tedious vegetables first.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Which would be the carrots,
Okay.
the celery,
Okay.
the onions. Now, if you're in a hurry, you can saute them.
Okay.
Put a little olive oil in a small pan.
Okay.
That's again healthy,
Yes,
olive
ma'am.
oil. And you put your celery, onions in there. All of the crunchy. You can put the carrots in there to cook it down first.
Got you.
So that it won't take so long in the pot.
Got it. You saying on a sauté temperature.
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. So
Okay.
we're going to dump it?
Yep, we can dump it in.
Okay.
And then this is actually a cup of, you can at your choosing, but we actually use, I think, 3 cups of carrots, and then maybe about 3 or 4 tablespoons of the onions.
He's trying to monitor what I'm doing.
I'm really trying to help out that area. So yeah, but that makes your flavor. This onions, and I know some of y'all don't like them onions, but listen, when I tell you,
I love
this
onions.
gives you flavor. The onions, the green onions, just take a minute after you finish. You'll be all right, and it won't be so bad even when it's cooked. Okay, the carrots, all of that. See how pretty that looks? It's looking so pretty. Now the broth in here is a part of the chicken organic broth, and what I did was I mixed it with what the chicken was boiled in. I mixed it with the water that was in there. So what I did was use a little bit of that water with the chicken to boil the chicken, and then added a box of the chicken broth. Okay?
Is this eye on?
We don't want to do that yet. We don't want to do that yet. No, we don't want to do that. Cut.
Ma. So, Mama had us cut because I was getting ready to, just make it do what it do. And pour this in there, but Mama doesn't want me to do that. She talked about we usually have to boil the noodles, rinse off the starch, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
But today, for the second time, is it okay if I just pour this in?
Sure.
Thank you.
So we just poured that in there.
Mhm.
So, Mama's. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Mama.
you can season it. You can season it as you
Okay.
go.
Season it as I go.
And stir it because you want those seasoning to become applied in the soup.
You can't get it out.
In the soup.
Okay. So
You
start
must-
with Lawry's.
Yeah, you could do a little Lawry's.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not coming out fast enough.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, and then when you cooking for somebody else, you don't want to do too much salt. Too much seasoning salt.
Okay.
And then
We didn't do the season.
just a little. Yeah.
I like salt, y'all.
I'd say like half a tablespoon.
Okay.
Garlic. You got to do your garlic. Got to do your all of that gives you flavor. Not that much.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
Now this is accent. Got to be careful with the accent because it has a salt flavor as well.
No.
But read what it says on the front. What does that say? Right here.
60% less sodium wakes up food flavor.
When I tell you accent, people sleep on accent. When I tell you that wakes up flavor in foods, whatever you're cooking, it wakes it up.
It really does, Ma. But you know what?
What?
Here's my conspiracy theory
Okay,
question.
see, there's that mother-daughter. She's looking after her mother. What is it?
What is in here? The ingredient is monosodium glutamate. Glutamate.
Wow.
We don't know what that is.
Wow, see, yeah. And that's why I'm very cognizant of reading the nutrition. Yeah, that's very important. She taught me how to do that as well.
Well, Lana told you too.
Yeah, she
Or
did.
Dr. DJ, if you can't pronounce it, if you can't pronounce the ingredients, then that means something going on.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to know. So see how pretty it's looking? It's looking so pretty.
It
oh
is
my
looking
goodness.
pretty.
Yeah, so the chicken is in there. Everything is in there now, right?
Yep.
We have the garlic, the
Oh, we didn't put
celery.
this in there.
Oh, forgot that. Now,
You like
can't-
a lot of green.
Oh, I love greens. But this I like it. I love kale. I did not know kale could be that good. I did kale like literally like green.
You did.
And it was good.
Really good.
With turkey meat. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, we're gonna probably do that one time too.
So I will say this though, Ma. I asked, could we do chicken breast? And you usually do bone-in,
Yes.
bone-in thighs or bone-in breast.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say I taste the difference because this is our finished pot, y'all.
Yeah.
And it turned out really good, so I'm gonna serve it. And we let it sit for a little long, but it looks really good. I don't know if you can see
it's
that.
so pretty.
We let it sit a little longer.
Yeah, so pretty.
But it tastes really good. But you gotta add a little bit more
Right.
seasoning because I should have did what Mama said, which was use bone-in. I'm scooping that up like that to get some more
Get
broth.
some more broth. Yes.
There we go.
Ooh. So in order to eliminate from your broth, so it's okay for you to put a lot of water in the beginning. It's okay to have that. There's your bowl.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
okay for you to have the water. In the beginning, it may seem like a lot, but because this water has cooked down, I had this water up here, but it has cooked down. So that's why it's important for you to cook your vegetables first so it won't be so long.
Yeah.
So we have our chicken in there. Oh, it looks good.
It does.
Looks good.
Let's taste it.
Looks good. Yes.
So the reason I wanted to show y'all this is, we didn't put the immune booster in there.
Right.
So you can put, you don't have to boil it, but you can put it in your bowl that you getting ready to eat. And just put a little squig.
Just a little bit.
I put just a little. Okay. But we're going to taste it. Let's taste it. Oh, thank you, Mommy. these cute bows.
Yes.
Oh, but I was saying I wanted to show y'all how to do it, or show y'all this soup, because some of us are like, oh, chicken noodles. You may feel like it's already easy, or you may be like, I'm just gonna go buy the can. But homemade chicken noodle soup is not the same. I'm sorry, it's not the same as canned soup. So that's why I wanted to show y'all. And it's a quick, easy dump. You can feel like you did something. I made this for Jordan when he wasn't feeling well, and I felt like I did something. So, and some of y'all may be like, honey, I don't care. They don't. But yeah. Okay. So, anyways, I got a lot going on, y'all. So I just want to show y'all real quick. The single is out, Miracles. It's so many good things that's happening. Miracles featuring Pastor Mike Jr. So here's a quick, well, y'all done seen it, but in case you haven't seen it, here's a quick little shot at it so you can enjoy it, all that good stuff.
He performed miracles just like he said he would. Hey. He performed miracles just like he said he would. Hey. He performed miracles just like he said he would. Hey. He performed miracles just like he said he would. I need you to clap your hands if you know God has not forgotten about you, and he's still about to do it.
He's a God of love, fill you with peace and hope. Yeah. To live to see it all, you gotta see it all. God is live to see another day. You gotta live to see it, have to see it.
Say live. In spite of a negative doctor's report, in spite of your enemies, you ought to shout, I'ma live.
You gotta live to see it. No weapon formed against you.
You ought to wave your
God's
hand.
on your side.
Live. The devil is a liar. You're already better. Wave your hands, come on. I believe that God's about to do exceeding and abundant above all you could ask or think. You ought to scream like you lost your mind, because God's about to turn it around. Can I sing it?
Let's go.
He performed miracles just like he said he would. He performed miracles just like he said he would. He performed miracles just like he said he would. He performed miracles just like he said he would.
Hey y'all, okay, I hope you enjoyed the little snippet. I'm sure you've seen it before, but I need y'all to help me get this music out, get this word out. I'm super excited about Miracles. I love this song. You like my new song?
Oh, I love it. Yes.
How it go? He performed miracles.
Miracles. Just like he said he would. Hey.
Yes. Okay, so we finished the soup. I just did something. I love lemonade, and I just threw some strawberries in there. I washed some of them off, praise God, covered by the blood. But I just put that on there. But thank you, Mommy, for spending this time with me.